Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Thursday night, 7 p.m., and I'm on time. And I tell you, I was running around today. I did a little fishing. Had the pleasure of being invited on Steve Barnett's boat, and him and I went out to the ocean. You know, it was a nice, flat, calm day today, and we went out and did some fishing, and the ocean was like a lake. So it was a great day with Steve today. But I tell you, I got a great show lined up tonight. If you saw the Facebook posts, you know who my special guests are. Um, and the YouTube post, you know, if you bother to read it. And we got Paul Reed from Pennsylvania and Scott France from Florida. And everybody knows Scotty, but Paul, he was the sponsor of the South Florida Drone Meetup last year. A lot of people don't know that. You know, he gave away that V71 tablet, you know, and that was a great raffle prize. And you all know that Scott makes up the posters, and he might be showing maybe his new poster tonight. You never know. You never know. So, but they're going to be two great special guests. Line up your questions for them now, and hopefully I won't miss them in the chat. But I tell you, it's great. The South Florida Drone Meetup is really close now. I mean, 2.5 weeks. Well, less than 2.5 weeks. Um, um, but I got 150 names on the list now. We did have 10 cancellations, but there's 150 names on the list that say they're coming to the fifth annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And you know, we're having it again at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park in Jensen Beach, Florida on April 5th. And I tell you right now, it's going to be a great time. I have loads of giveaway prizes all around my desk here and in the back. And I mean, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing very shortly because I received another big box from Bob Dempsey. And you guys probably know he put together a South Florida Drone Meetup cruise, and they're all down in Puerto Rico, ready to board the ship. Or they might have boarded it today. I lost track of exactly when the cruise was going to depart. But Bob sent in a a big box, and I tell you, it's a big one, guys. It's a big one. So let me just open it up and show you what's in it, really. But anyway, we got some DJI Neo cases. Um, they customized cases for the Neo, and I got a couple of them. And then we got hats, all sorts with drone hats. Look at this. Look at them all. And let's see what else we got. Oh, the first Vegas Vegas Drone Meetup T-shirts. We got some of them to give to people. um, and we got a old Forward Drone polo shirt, and we got a nice hoodie too. Look at this, a hoodie. Everybody loves getting a hoodie too. So, oh, and one more thing, and this is a Lego building block set that's in this from DJI. So I got to say thank you to Bob and the old farts with drum, Bob and Audrey, of course. And we really appreciate it. Bob's been a sponsor for the last 4 years. And I wish him well on his cruise. I know they're going to have a great time. They're going to different islands. And not that I'm jealous, but I'm jealous. I love cruising, and they're going to have a great time. So we'll see them when they get back. But anyway, I tell you, every week I say it. I truly appreciate you guys in the chat. Um, it means so much to me, and really, I just got to take a few minutes to acknowledge, John Gregory. He was number one today, and the chat has flown by. I got to go back now. And Josh, he was number two, right behind him, and Ron Johnson, number three, and then Angel came in. And I tell you, it makes me feel so good to see there's going to be some people watching the live stream, because I figured after I was late, you guys were never going to watch it again. But anyway, let's see who else is in. TJ is in the house. How you doing, TJ? Good to see you. And I know I saw John Olson. How you doing, John? My fellow Long Islander. And I'm trying to catch up now. Steve Janess is in the house, watching up in Vermont. And let me see who else. Let's see. Okay, Jerry Bauer and Brian, Waypoint, New England. And we got Lee, Yellow Rose Drones watching. How you doing, Lee? Good to see you. Bad news, guys. Lee and his lovely wife, April, they cannot make the South Florida Drone Meetup this year. But they could, Ray, put me on the list for 2026. So they're number 10 and 11 for 2026. But anyway, yeah, it's amazing how people are signed up for next year already. John Gregory, Connecticut Pirate, he's number one already for next year. But anyway, it's all about having fun. Hey, we got John K in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. But I'm going to keep an eye on the names. I'll try to acknowledge you. But I see Ronnie now. God bless America. How you doing, Ronnie? Good to see you. And as you guys know, Ronnie donates a beautiful custom-made wooden Betsy Ross American flag. And we really appreciate that, Ronnie. So thank you. Let's see now. All right. I'll get back to the name shortly. I don't want to leave the guys in the back room too long, because I know they're probably out of shrimp and lobster by now, or they're fighting over it, one of the two. So I want you all to give a warm welcome to Paul Reed. He's coming to us all the way from Pennsylvania. Hey, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing great, but this may be my last trip. You ran out of shrimp again.
Okay, I ran out of the shrimp. Okay, Scotty probably ate it all. That's what happened. But anyway, good to see you, Paul. How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, I've been doing great.
The old aches and pains that us old guys always have.
Yeah, going to turn into a bionic man here real soon.
Yeah. But I tell you, Paul, I got to say thank you for sponsoring our South Florida Drone Meetup last year. Your V71 tablet was such a big hit last year. And it really, really meant a lot to us that you were involved. We're sorry that you couldn't make it, because of your health reasons. But
I got a surprise for you, though.
Oh, yeah? Got a surprise? What's that?
I got another box for you.
Oh, really?
There,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Look at this, guys.
What do you think is
Okay.
inside it?
I would say maybe another tablet.
Another
But you
tablet.
tell you,
That's what we're going to
oh,
do.
really? Okay.
Eagle View is
Wow.
going to send you another tablet just like that. Only it's probably going to be different color. Going
Very,
to send you
very
a gray
nice.
one, I think, this year. Yep. These things
Thank you.
are indestructible and the greatest thing going. I mean, you can run over them with a tank. You can drop them in a tank of water. You can use them as a telephone. You can use them as a camera. And you know what? You can even use them with drones.
No,
They're
no,
a
that's
very good
awesome.
tablet. You just can't get around the V71 or the X71, either one of them. And I'm going to send you another one for this year.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much. I will add you to the list as soon as we get off of the live stream. I'll put you down as a sponsor, and we really appreciate it. So
my
thank you.
pleasure. Yep.
And hopefully, maybe one year you can make it down to the South Florida drone meetup.
Well, based on what's happening to me this spring and summer, I mean, I'm getting a couple of knees replaced and I'm having some other things taken care of. So maybe by next year I'll be fit as a fiddle and I can come on down.
All right,
That's what I
cool,
want to do.
cool. Well, I look forward to meeting you in person one day, and maybe I'll make a trip to Pennsylvania and fly with you when I get back to New York.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, Carlisle, right? You're in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Yep. Just about 25, 30 miles from Harrisburg. So you land at the airport and I'll be there to pick you up.
Thanks, thanks. But listen, you fly a lot, and I know that you have a new position. But you're a Part 107 pilot, correct? Tell everybody
Yep.
in the chat.
Well, I've been flying Part 107 for about 5 years now. And, I've got my own business called Eagle View Aerials. So that's keeping me busy, but it's really heartwarming to know that now at this point in time, after flying so long, that I'm devoting my time to some other things other than just my own business and stuff. I got involved with a couple of different groups with search and rescue, and I visited several, and I finally met a group that I just fell in love with. These guys are with North Middleton Fire Company here in Carlisle, and they were
Okay.
just developed by an A.J. Henry, who's a chief, and a Garth Thanis. They put this program together, and we're flying right now two M30s. And we also, what we do is we fly fires, we fly law enforcement, and we fly search and rescue. And it's one super fine group of people. A lot of
Very,
missions were
very,
flown this
very.
past year. Yep. And it's been successful and it's going to grow even more. We've got about, I'd say 6 or 7 Part 107 pilots now. And we also have flight crews. Each pilot has his own crew that goes out with him, and they take care of setting up the drone and everything and keep things moving. And it's our responsibility to fly the drone and accomplish a mission. And I'll tell you, Team 39 is something else.
Well, I tell you, I give you a lot of credit for your volunteer work with the fire department there, and being a drone pilot for them. And search and rescue. I think that's so cool. It's great. It really is.
There's nothing more heartwarming to think that you can go out there and possibly save the life of a young child, or even an older person, because there's all kind of different circumstances that people get lost, and a lot of different circumstances that the fire people need us to help them fight fires. And we haven't done it yet, but we're going to work into the law enforcement. I tell you this, as busted up as I am, Chief Henry told me that I was going to go to a SWAT training. Can you imagine that? I said, the only
Okay, that's
SWAT
cool.
I'm going to do is behind a fire engine. But no,
Very, very
there's a lot of
cool.
different avenues. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Um, so have you? do you have any success stories that you can share with us?
Well, we've had several where we've worked fires. We haven't had the search and rescue that have been out there and been a success story. The last one that I went on uh, wasn't great, but we came out of it all right, and so did the individual. Uh, the last fire that we were on was just 2 weeks ago or so, and that was an apartment building, and it was a horrendous fire. But we got everybody out safe. We got the fire under control, and it was a successful mission.
Right, right. Yeah. Well,
Anytime
like
you
I
can get
said,
everybody out without getting anybody hurt, that's a successful mission.
I no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Um, but I have one of your videos queued up regarding that. So let me see if I can share it without blowing the whole stream. Um, but I think this is it right here. So, and if you want, you can narrate over it.
Okay, well,
Um,
we'll see what's going on. That's our truck. That's the truck that tows the trailer, and that was at that apartment fire that I just mentioned to you.
mhm.
And what you're seeing right here now is an M30. We're training to tether that bird, and I had never tethered it before. This was just past Saturday. That is on a line that goes 100 yards and 100 what do you, not yards, they're meters, 100 meters in the air, 324 feet. And that is Garth there.
Okay.
Garth is he's our team leader. When we bring the M30 down, it takes a while because it's got to center itself on that box and line up with some particular parameters. You can't force it to land, and that's why it was there for a while, and then after it passed a point of connection, then he could override it and land it all the way. But that particular tether is used for, let's say we go out on a fire and they want to keep an eye on a certain spot. We've got huge floodlights that we can attach to that bird. We set it up on the tether, which is about 100 meters up, and it's attached to an electrical cord on the ground. So it can set up there and fly forever and keep those spotlights on wherever the firemen need it. And it's really a
Oh, okay.
tool that's advantageous. Yeah. And
Well,
that's a big point. Huh?
I was wondering exactly how these tethered drones work. I, uh, I had no idea because I've never seen them in action. Really, a tethered drone. You know,
Yeah, we
but
could, and it,
you say you
not
fly
necessarily.
the M30s, M30s.
It's an M30T,
Yep.
and
Hmm.
we're getting. I've heard there's another newer model out, and I understand that the chief may be negotiating on one of the newer models. I don't know that for fact, but it would be nice. But in any case, we're going to be getting another one that should give us three. They are a magnificent bird. If you've never flown one, it is something else.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever
had
been
the
involved with one at all?
I flew one at this Sunshine State Drone Expo last year. Um, they allowed us to actually fly one. I mean, it was a very not it wasn't enclosed, but they limited how far you could go out. And I tell you, I was so impressed with the way it handled. To be honest with you, you know.
Some of the things that it can do. Let's
Well,
say,
he just let us fly it, around and
uh,
get a feel for it, and that's all I did. But I know Rob Kamada, he's a volunteer with the Syosset Fire Department in New York, and they fly the M30 drone, and I've seen him in action, actually over fire scenes. Well, it's simulated fire training, you know, and it's really a great drone. It's a great asset to have on the fire department, no doubt about it,
sure,
right?
police department as well, because
So yeah.
you can lock that camera on the license plate, and it will actually follow a vehicle for I don't know how far, several 8 miles, something like that. So that and then drone itself never moves. The camera does the following. Uh, then the
Very, very
law enforcement folks, they can track it down. It's phenomenal. That's all I can say. There's another phenomenal thing about it for search and rescue, especially. There's a laser on it, and let's say I
laser.
find a
Okay.
couple out in the mountain that's they're lost, and if I locate them, I can use that laser and pinpoint them, and I can get their exact location and distance from me so that
Very,
we
very
know right where they are. We can send a party to them. At the same time, we can use a speaker on that drone, and I can tell those lost persons, whoever they may be, that to remain where they're at, remain calm. We've got people on the way, things of that nature. So,
yeah.
I mean, just so much it can do. It's just phenomenal.
Right, right. We have a question from Brian, Waypoint, New England, for you, Paul. He wants to know if you plan on adding a Mavic 4 to your personal fleet.
Hang on. I don't have a Mavic 4. I have a Mavic 3T. I have my
Right.
own thermal. Okay.
That's a
This
nice
is
drone. That's an awesome drone. Yep.
that's a thermal drone. And
Yep.
I have I've used this for search and rescue on my own, um, because there'll be calls right around here, local calls, friends, and they all know that I have a thermal drone. They'll call me up and say, "Can you help us find a dog or a cat?" Or my last call was to find a donkey that was lost up in the mountain.
A
So
donkey?
a donkey. Yes, a young lady had ridden this donkey out into the mountain, and it was snowing, and it got away from her. So she lost it. It got dark, and she called for some
Yeah.
help. So I went out with the drone to help her find it.
Very, very nice. And did you
Kind
find
of
it?
funny. Huh? Oh, yeah, we
Did
found
you?
it. As a matter of fact,
Very
twice.
cool. Very
I found
cool.
it once, and it got away from her again, so we had to find it
Oh
again.
my God. That's funny.
But
I
I
was
love this
involved in a search for a horse one time, but I don't have the thermal drone and I have the Mavic 3. And I was gonna say, man, I'm never gonna be able to spot a horse in this thick treed area. There's no way. But that thermal camera just makes things just show up, right?
They
I
light up.
I have
Yeah,
another
they
one of
light
your
up.
videos that I want to
You can see.
show right now,
Okay.
um, demonstrating, I guess, that, and you can narrate over this one, and it's
Okay. Well,
the
I have
the thermal
used
drone,
mine.
right?
Yep. I used the thermal drone, and those are deer right there. You can adjust the temperature that you're looking for, and they'll change color, but those are deer, and that's probably 12:30, 1 o'clock, midnight around there. And I do it just to practice,
And that's
to
that's the
prepare.
pitch black, right? There's no light at all, right?
No, that's pitch black. Absolutely.
Right.
And I cleared myself with Fish and Game because it is illegal to track animals like that. A lot of guys want to track wounded deer and stuff, and that's illegal. So I cleared myself with Fish and Game, gave them my name, address, etc., etc. Told them what I wanted to do, what I was practicing for, and they said, "Fine, we've got your name and address. You go ahead and practice." So I do this quite frequently. Go out and look for
Okay.
deer. I look for other animals too as well, but deer are the ones that are you go
But
out and look for them
these
at
deer
different
are on
times.
your property, right? Correct? They're on
Yeah,
your property.
yes, they're all around
Mhm.
my property. Uh,
Yeah,
and
I think it's so
I have
awesome,
been out
really.
there. I sent you this video because there's only three or four on it, but I have found herds of deer out there with maybe 60 or 70 deer in them. And it's phenomenal whenever you hit that with that thermal camera and the place just lights up. So,
Well, I know
it,
there's some companies that are actually having businesses searching for injured deer that have been shot. You
Yeah.
know, drone deer recovery is one of them. The gentleman who started it way back when, Mike, he was on my show, and I could see where that was going to take off, and apparently it did. But anyway, but listen, we
In
have Scotty
Pennsylvania,
in the
it's
back.
illegal. I'm sorry.
No, we have Scotty in the back room. So let me bring him in now, because he's making faces at me. No, I'm just kidding. But he's been back there. So let me bring him in. I'll get a little introduction from him, and then we'll have a joint conversation among all three of us. So I
Okay.
want everybody in the chat, please, to give a warm welcome to Scott France, also known as Jackrabbit FPV, and he's coming to us all the way from Florida. Hey, Scott.
Hey Ray, how you doing?
Good,
I'm in
good. How
uh,
you doing?
I'm in the Georgia studio tonight.
Oh, okay, Georgia.
Yep.
All right, there you go. All right. So thank you for being on. It's always a pleasure.
Hey,
But
we're at the best part of the year, when we're just before the South Florida drone meetup. So this is a great time of the year. Ready to
I
go.
know. And I'm so glad you've been joining us every year now. Um, it's such a pleasure flying with you. And I tell you, Scott, you are quite the FPV pilot. So can you briefly, because a lot of people don't know your story, how you got involved with flying, FPV, and drones in general. So briefly, just tell everybody again.
Well, I had to go on site to go look at some damage, and I've learned to use a digital camera. So I always take my digital camera and go, and I had to get up on a roof. And I got up on one roof and I was able to inspect it, but it was a two-tier roof and I couldn't get up on the other level. So I'm sitting there with my camera holding it up like this, trying to get pictures. And I got one about like that. I couldn't see that
Hmm.
roof. And so I went back kind of complaining about, not being able to get up on the roof, see how things were. And a buddy of mine in the office says, well, crap, you need to get a drone. And he happened to have one. So we went up there the next day and we flew that drone to see that roof. And man, I was sunk right then. I was like, man, I got to get one of those. So
Yep.
I came back and started doing research to figure out, you tell me, oh, you go buy a Tello, this kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, but I need to get something I can fly like he had, and I fell into FPV, which is first person view, and where you wear the goggles. And
Hmm.
I got to tell you, I saw that and got so excited, and because I always like flying, I've always enjoyed flying, but I never went to the time to get my license or anything like that. Or my dad did. He went solo and flew one time solo, and then he never flew again. So that kind of scared me off of it. But instead of going to getting the camera drone to do work like I was supposed to, I got into this instead. And man, it has been fun, and I have enjoyed it. It took me another year or two before I finally went and got my camera drone. But
Okay.
so I've been flying FPV now. I think I did this in 2019 is when I started. I don't remember exactly what date, but this is the latest one that I just got. This is the Tank
That-
S.
That's a sweet looking drone. Very, very
Sean
nice.
Morrison. with- Sean Morrison with Rotorite designed this drone, and
So that's considered a bind and fly, correct?
yeah,
Or
and
did
the
you
reason
build
why
any
is
of it?
because they built it for me. Uh,
Right.
but I it's been like Christmas around here lately. Kai, I know a lot of people know Kai Lone Star UAV. Uh, I broke the arm on one of my drones, and so he sent me this frame. This is a Caddis Machine Works shocker, And
Okay.
he sent me that, and I got the arms to go ahead. I got my stickers ready for South Florida drone meetup. So
Very nice. Very nice.
So, but anyway, I got some arms from him to so I can replace the one that I broke, and so I'll do that when I get back to the other studio. So, but
Right.
so anyway, that's how I got into it, and I didn't find you guys until, oh my gosh, I lurked for 2 years. I literally sat there and watched videos and watched shows, and I didn't know how to participate. Look, I'm old school. I didn't want my picture taken, so and anyway, but the South Florida Drone Meetup, the very first one came up, and again, I'm on the FPV side, so I knew people like Ed Love My Drones, Mike Night Train, Mitch. I knew Mitch real well, so I'm seeing the South Florida Drone Meetup from that side, and oh man, I'm gonna go. And then work happened, and I decided not to go. So, but Rick Halbert, I can't tell you I knew him real well because, fast forward, what happened was I finally went to a meetup. Actually, I didn't go to South Florida meetup, that first one, but the very next one I did go to not Spin Up, but Minefield with Chris Hope, and it was Ken Herron's show, but Chris Hope was there, and so was Bob Casey and Brad Austin and all the good people. There were so many good people there, but I was shy, buddy. I didn't want to get out of my truck, and I didn't want to walk up there. So I was pretty nervous and scared, and just was not. I didn't know what you guys were. Y'all scared me to death. But Brad Austin came around the corner and I said, well, you know what? I might as well get out in the truck and say something. So Brad was the very first person I met, and shook his hand, and Keith D&D Aerials was there. And so anyway, but I sat there all day talking to Bob Casey, and Bob Casey said, man, you got to get in here and participate with us. You need to get you a channel and stuff like that. But as you know, Rick died just before the South Florida Drone Meetup the very first time. And I got to tell you, again, me being the great lurker that I was watching every video and everything. And I was taken aback at how much Rick meant to you guys. When I saw how, I'll tell you a funny story. I didn't know who
he was a great guy. Rick was a great guy.
I didn't know who Elvis Presley was until he died. I was like, who's this guy? Why is everybody so excited about Elvis Presley? Now, I've probably heard his name in movies and stuff like that, but I didn't pay any attention to him whatsoever. Well, it's about that way with Rick Halbert with me too. But then I got to see what he meant to the community.
He was such a great guy, really. He was. And we do a tribute to him every year at the South Florida Drone Meetup. So, But anyway, Scott, we have a question from Brian, Waypoint, New England, for you.
Oh, okay. What's he say? What do you?
He wants to know what you use to live stream from your drone.
Yeah. So every now and then, I've been in this long enough. Dennis Lovelady has invited me when he's not available to fill in for him for the Sunrise crew. You want me to hold up?
No. I was just trying to give hand signals to somebody in the back room. Anyway, we're going to bring a surprise guest. Well, in the back room. Go ahead.
So anyway, I use the Air 2S when I usually do that. But I am finding out that I can probably fly this now with 04. So I got to figure that out, and I might start flying FPV that way too. So
that's cool. I think it's so cool that you can do that, really, from the drone. I tried it once, and I failed.
You got a hold
anyway. But listen, I got a surprise guest in the back room. Well, maybe a few surprise guests in the back room. So let me just bring them in shortly. I don't think they're going to stay very long, but they can. But I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Bob Dempsey and company, and they're down in Puerto Rico. Hey, Bob,
Oh, wow.
how you doing, Bob? Well, look at
Hey,
this
Jenna.
crew.
Hey, Bob.
Hey,
Hey,
Barbie.
Barkley, how you doing?
You're on. It's okay.
What's
Oh,
for
look at
All
how
dinner?
right.
good that does. No light.
Hey, Bob Dempsey, you
Very
hadn't
good.
had to go to the
Yeah.
Hey,
kitchen
look
yet,
at
have
this.
you?
The hey, Jay,
Oh,
what's
he's got
happening?
us in. Okay.
I think they got other things going
Hi,
on in mind.
Ray.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
Bob, how you
Bob.
Bobby.
doing? So you guys are having a good time down in
Yeah,
Puerto
it's too
Rico,
loud
huh?
in here. We were outside waiting for
Hey,
you, but
Audrey.
you didn't bring us in. So turn it around.
They're on the SS
Thank you
Minnow.
all,
Yay.
Yeah.
thank you,
Here.
thank you all for
There's
joining.
Jenna.
And
Hey,
Bob,
Jenna.
Bob,
Hi,
thank,
Jenna.
hey, Jenna,
They're waving at
hey,
you.
Mark Riley.
Barkley. Uh,
But
we can't
Bob, I
hear
gotta
you at all,
say,
Ray,
Hey,
but
Santiago.
we are having a
you can't
wonderful
hear me.
time
Okay.
here.
Well,
And
anyway,
so
I did the
we'll
unboxing,
see you
and I
soon.
gotta say
There
thank
you
you
go.
so much.
There you go.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, really.
Oh, that's my box. Box of
Yeah, we
stuff
did
I
the
sent
unboxing
you.
earlier.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
cool.
thank you. Thank
Cool,
you
cool,
so
cool.
much.
Okay.
Okay,
I
and
mean,
the rest of us. So
but
let's
this is
see.
nice that you
How do
joined
I
us
turn this around?
from Puerto Rico.
I think it's the box. Yeah.
And I want you guys to have
Which bottom?
a great cruise. Take a lot of pictures for us and post them, all right?
Hey, here.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can't we can't
Okay.
hear.
Now,
Okay. Everybody
All
wave.
right,
Say
wait.
all
hi,
right.
Ray.
Wait,
Have a
please.
good cruise. Have a great cruise. See you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Now you got everybody.
Yay.
All right. Okay, Bob. Thanks a lot for joining.
Are they on the SS Minnow?
All right. Okay, that
Isn't
was a
it so
surprise,
isn't it
wasn't
so
it?
funny how everybody in the drone world knows everybody else in the drone world?
Yeah.
I know. It's a great community. It really is. So, but
Hey,
anyway,
Bill,
so
Uncle Bill.
sorry about that, Scott. But
Oh, no
I
problem.
had extended the invitation for them to join. And I didn't know if they would be able to or not. You know, they're getting ready to go on that cruise. So,
They're fixing
but
to eat.
anyway,
They're on the SS Minnow.
so you're one of the best FPV pilots we have in the drone community, Scott.
No, I doubt that. Even though I've been flying a long, long time, I never have enough time
You're
to really fly. But I mean,
you're
I know
very
how to fly, and I can get up and have fun. So that's the
you're
biggest
very
thing.
humble, you know. But you know, a lot of people, most people, I should say, in the chat, you know, we got our group. They know that you are such a talented artist, you know,
Now,
and we
I tell you,
appreciate what you do with your poster. And I think you got
a
an
talented
announcement to
artist.
make, right?
What's that?
You have an announcement to make about the poster.
I want to know where I'm at on that poster, Jack.
Now I got to tell you, it helps when you show up and come to the
All
South
right,
Florida Drone Meet.
I'm gonna bring it in, Scott, and you could talk about it. And let me
So if you
get this
see, I still
comment out
got
of
one
your
blank
face.
spot up there, and I haven't put the
Yeah,
last
look
person
at
in
that.
there in that blank spot. But that's probably going to be the last one because I'm running out of places to put the names. I don't have any place for the names anymore.
Wow.
So anyway, I got
This is awesome.
151 people in there now, and I added 10 new people to the poster. Now, this poster was created in memory of Rick Halbert. The very first poster I did was the core group up there at the top. You see, I got Rick up there, and most of the people surrounding that, he had touched them in some manner.
I'm gonna try
or
to
way.
make it a little bigger.
Yeah,
That much
I wish
bigger?
I could. Yeah, I mean, as big as you can get it anyway. So,
Right.
But I added 10 more
Very,
names.
very nice.
Kiko the monkey's on there now. That was an addition. So it's up there in
Hey,
green.
Kehoe.
What is it?
You put Kiko, right?
Yeah, he's the green monkey up there on the drone.
Very, very cool. Really.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
But anyway,
You're a very talented artist, Scott.
I'll tell you who's talented. Who's talented is Gracie. That poster she put together is an outstanding poster. I hope everybody went out and bought one. You know what I'm talking about, Ray.
I know, and that's beautiful. It really is, no doubt about it.
I
For those
know
that don't know,
these are probably more characterizations of the people, not necessarily what they look
well,
like.
I think it's a very good resemblance of me, Scott, in my younger day.
Well, I added Chris on there. MB Drones, he's on there. I think that's his name. Is that right? Anyway, and who else do I have? I'm not sure. Yeah, MB Drones. I added Steve Jennings.
Darren
on
wants
there.
to know if he's on that poster. He's over in Ireland.
I had never seen him, so I'm not even sure how to draw him. Of course, I had never seen. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Hold on, I got so many people now. I've forgotten it, but I got Steve Barnett on there now too. He's on there.
Yeah, Steve. Okay, very, very good. I know he'll be very impressed. No doubt about it.
So Tomas is on there, and I've never seen Tomas, but Tomas always came on as the monster on Monster Inc. So I put him in there as the monster instead. So he's number 112, I think, up there by Kiko the monkey. So, but anyway, now this poster is free to anybody that wants it. If you do want it, all you got to do is email me. And what I do is just email you the image. And if you want to go print it out yourself, you can print it out. Now, if you come to the South Florida Drone Meetup, I'm going to be giving away one. And what I usually like to try to do is as people show up that's on this poster, I get them to sign it. And then you actually give it away, don't you, Ray?
Yes. People want to win it too. That's one of our top prizes, no doubt about it. But
I know Time to Fly was in there. Al, I got Al on there too. I used to watch
Warren's photo is down at the post office.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Warren on there too.
So you put Al Time to Fly. Al Time to Fly's on there.
Yeah, he's down there at the bottom in the blue hat.
Very, very.
But actually,
cool.
I do have Warren on there. If you look up there where that blank spot is, that's where Warren is.
Warren, you got to reach out to Scott. Yeah, no, that's a big thing. It's a big thing at the South Florida Drone Meetup, Scott. Your famous poster, the faces of the drone community, really. So thank you for doing that. From me and the entire Drone Meetup committee, really.
Well, I can't tell you.
What drones are you bringing to the meetup, Scott?
Well, I'll bring my Air 2S. I'm gonna bring the Tank S that I just got, and then I usually fly Catalyst Machine Works 5-inch. I've only got one working right now, so I'll bring that with me. But I'll have 2 or 3 of them. But as you know, we don't fly that much. We end up talking to each other.
That's what happens. Yeah,
just sitting around and having such a great time with each other. I'm gonna tell you,
Jody put up the link that our South Florida Drone Meetup is listed in the Discover Martin event guide, in Martin County. So that I think that's great that they do that for us because we get a lot of walk-ups that day. Also,
Everybody needs to go buy Gracie's poster at Johnny's place. Johnny's got her poster, and you ought to go get hers. She's got
yeah. If I knew how to share a photo, I would share it, but I don't know how to do that. But it's been posted all over our Facebook page, the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup Facebook page, the Fly for Fun Facebook page, and she did an incredible job with it, really. So we got another great meetup coming, and really, Paul, we hope you do make it one of these years, really.
One of these years.
Hey, Ray, pull that. You see that other picture I put on there?
All right, let me put this. Say it again. Oh, you got another thing in the back? All right, let me see. Let me see.
These are the great people you get to see when you come to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Exit full layout.
Get removed.
Now I can remove this.
Yeah, and now you add to the show on the other one.
Add to the stage. This is another one now. Oh, nope, that's that one again.
Remove it. There should
Oh
be
yeah, the lovebirds. You're talking about the lovebirds?
Lovebirds. There you go.
We got lovebirds that come to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie and Carla. This is God Bless America. Very, very cool.
That's what's so great about your event, that we get to come and meet new people and make new friends and just have such a good time. So
I know.
I really appreciate y'all taking the effort that y'all take and put it together. And I know it's not just you. I know Johnny's in there.
We got a whole committee that works hard on it, really. Hey, there's Johnny now. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you.
Brad does so much too.
Put the link in the chat. Do whatever you want. But yeah, that is a great poster, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong. I guess let's see.
I'm going to get down there just so you can teach me how to fly an FPV.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye, Ronnie. Caller. Bye-bye.
Just hit remove. Oh, I guess I could have done it.
Oh, now that one's back. Okay. Now if I shut that off. All right. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. Anyway, we got Steve Jones in the house now. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Primal Drones. Yeah, we were all ready to meet you, Steve, again. And we're sorry you can't make it. But there's always next year. So, and we got Chris Hope in the house. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you.
So, Ray, you said you had 150 people coming, right?
Yeah, we got 150 on the list. I added Mark Billick's wife, Melanie, today. She's going to also join us. And we've had 10 cancellations, and I don't remove their numbers or reassign their numbers. I just put a big cancel next to their name. But yeah, we'll definitely break 150 with the walk-ups that we have, and there's still time to sign up. And speaking of which, the Hampton Inn, the official hotel, is sold out of our block of rooms, but Lee Bessing had reserved a king suite. And if anybody wants that king suite, they're $149. You can get in touch with Lee Bessing, Yellow Rose Drones, and he possibly can transfer it to you. So, and that's another big thing, right, Scott? The hotel. Man, I mean, we have such a great time at the hotel.
If you can stay at that hotel, it's a party all the time. The thing is, though, somebody said, well, geez, I don't want to stay there because I don't want to stay up all night. But once you go up into your rooms, it's quiet. I mean, but down in the lobby, we take over that lobby. That lobby's ours while we're there. So, But and you can go down there almost any time of the night. Of course, it's much quieter at night, but you usually find somebody down there sitting there. Sometimes
Is the upper part called the old folks home?
there's old folks
Jo-
everywhere.
Jody, just to let you know, we are booked in that guide for the next 5 years, if I remember right. But the dates beyond this year are all out of whack. They will be correcting them. Yes, they will. But we are listed correctly for 2025. So
I put one more picture in there that because man, you got
okay,
so
let me
many
see. Let me
memories,
see.
so many memories
All
of
right,
that
this is
place.
good. It's good the way you can share and then I can show it. Oh yeah, Bob, I remember this day very well.
Yeah,
Bob
that's
Dempsey posing with Max's remote control airplane there.
yeah,
That's a great
absolutely.
photo. It really is.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't know who took it. I know I took one very similar to it,
Well,
but
that's
that is
my
a great
picture.
photo. You took
I
that
took
one.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But everybody was taking them. I mean, because like you said, that's such a great photo.
it is. It is. And that's a big, big RC plane too.
Yeah, everybody was
So
chasing the FEV pilots were chasing it while he's flying it. So, but this is
yeah.
at Dolman's Park. Is that right? This is where we usually go on Sunday
Yes.
and
On Sunday we
fly.
go to Dolman Park
Dolman.
and fly there. And it's another great day. It's not as long as the first day. We get down there, give or take around 10, usually lasts until 1 or 2, but it's right on the ocean. This Dolman Beach Park is right on the ocean. And, you
It,
know,
it
you
gives you an
got condos to
opportunity.
fly. The FPV guys can, you know, I know you love dive bombing tall buildings. But we don't want no drones going into any condo complexes this year.
What it does for you, though, it gives you the view of the ocean or the intercoastal waterway, so you can
Yes.
get either view.
Yeah, yeah. But it's another great day.
I
Dolman
noticed
Beach Park.
that blue thing that's running along the bottom there. We encourage adults to bring children and get them involved in drone flying. I remember
Yes,
your slogan,
we have a few
drones.
children coming.
Yep.
Yes.
Get them involved with drones and not drugs.
Yep.
I
That's
love
sort
it.
of our theme, my theme, and it goes right along with the South Florida Drone Meetup. Paul Brown is bringing his whole family, his wife, his 2 kids, and Joe Jaybird brings his young daughter, Madeline, and I'm sure we'll see a few other kids there, no doubt about it. So, but listen, Scott, I have one of your videos queued up here too. Let me see
I didn't
if
know
I
I
can
had
share it. I probably, here it is, right here. Share screen, uh, FTV, dive practice. Maybe you can narrate over it.
This is probably me at
Oh
the.
my God. Nope, something happened. I don't know what happened, guys.
You scroll down. You got to scroll up. See the scroll bar over on the side? Scroll up. You should see it.
Yeah, but usually no, see, mine's different. My setup is different. Um, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, okay.
You had it
Let me
there.
try it again.
It was scrolled
Let me try it
down.
again. Oh man. All right, let me see. FPV. Oh, I got to hit share, I think. Maybe that's what I didn't do. No, what am I doing wrong, Scott?
See, just scroll up. You see how you just scroll down?
Oh,
Now scroll
scroll
the
up.
other way.
Yeah. Now I got you. There it is.
And if you want to make it big, you see the
All right, narrate.
I was taking a bath long about a Saturday night. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub, put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. Well, I was out and know there was a party going on. There was a splishing and a splash.
And what are you flying here, Scott?
This is my Capt machine work, my 5-inch. But this is actually at my office. And I haven't really done much diving, and I never have time to fly. So I'm just going to sit outside.
Well, I tell you, I love the sound effects.
Bing bang, I saw the whole gang dancing on my living room rug.
But anyway, so all I was doing is just trying to learn how to dive. And until you do it, you don't realize what effort it takes. Because I mean, as soon as you're coming straight down and coming underground, it's like, oh man, I want to pick up. But if you're gonna make it good, you want to get as close as you can to the ground.
Very, very cool video. Really. But anyway, if you guys want to watch more of that, go to Scott's channel, Jackrabbit FPV. And if you're not subscribed, by the way, subscribe to Scott and subscribe to Paul Reed. And Paul, if you want, you can put the link in the chat. Scotty, you can put your link in the chat. But I tell you,
I don't have that thing up. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it.
all right, Philip, you have a good dinner. Thanks for popping in, and we'll see you soon, Philip. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited and ready to go to the South Florida Drone Media. What are we talking about? 2 weeks? Is that not right?
You and Johnny are coming in early, right? Correct?
Yeah. We're coming in Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
He's going to show up at my place on Monday, and we should be there on Tuesday.
Okay. Okay, Bill. I hope you're feeling better. Still sore. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. But get well soon. We got a South Florida Drone meetup coming up. But anyway, yeah, there's quite a few people coming in. They're coming up right after the cruise. They're going to get into Jupiter, and they'll be flying down there, and we're going to have a good time. No doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
It is so much fun. I tell you, it's one of those things.
I got one more of your videos because anybody who's driving really has to make a stop here, you know. Like Scotty did. Scotty and Ken, right?
You took all my money.
Yeah, we were on our way up to we were going to Minefield 4.0, I think.
Look who brought me.
And
oh yeah.
And I had never been to Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's delight. Oh, hang on.
So that was my very
well,
first time.
I'm glad you finally made it to Buc-ee's. Really.
Yeah, hadn't been back.
Paul,
but,
have you heard of Buc-ee's, Paul?
No, I haven't.
No, it's a chain of these. Would you call it a gas station? Department store, but it's as big as a Walmart, right, Scott?
In Florida, or is it all over?
South. It came out of Texas.
Out in Texas, Tennessee, Georgia now, Virginia, Florida. I think Johnny has them in Louisiana. But yeah, they are great, and the beef brisket is delicious.
Greg, we're getting one in Tallahassee. We're supposed to have one in Tallahassee I think coming up this year.
Oh, you're getting one up by you in Tallahassee? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna get one next year.
We have Wawa's now.
One next year.
We got to figure a way to get one of the things up here in Pennsylvania. You know, like a South Pennsylvania drone meetup.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. And I don't know if you see Josh. Josh is from Pennsylvania. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think he's that far from you, maybe. I forget
Hey,
what town
Ray.
Josh is in.
You know Chad Schultz?
Yes,
That name
Scott.
ring a bell? Chad Schultz. He's
Yeah,
not
I
that
know
far
Chad.
from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray,
We
I
got
want to do a
we got a
shameless.
lot of flyers up here.
Ray, I want to do a
Oh,
shameless
okay.
plug for Herman and Phantom 101. Those guys, they have a great show on Monday or not Wednesday from 5 till 7.
Yes, they
I heard
do.
I heard him say the other day, nobody gives a shout out to Herman and them. I love those guys. I watch those guys every Wednesday at 5 to 7 o'clock. So there you go,
Exactly.
Herman.
I've been watching Herman when I first started flying. I used to watch those guys, and they were on Sundays and Wednesdays in them days. But I tell you, I learned so much watching their live stream. They always have good topics. In the old days, they used to have special guests on. They don't do that as much no more. And they had regular co-hosts there for a while too. But yep, I love watching Herman. Phantom Flight 101, no doubt about it. So listen, guys, it's it's that time. The hour flew by, and I really appreciate you guys being on. I knew you'd be great guests, and obviously you were. But it's time to
Thank
do
you,
the tip of
Waypoint.
the week, and it's nothing sophisticated. The tip of the week this week is just always charge up your batteries before you go fly. You don't want to get out there and have half charged up batteries, and then you can't fly as long or whatever. But do you guys have any tips? Paul, do you have a tip for the viewers?
Yeah, don't take any wooden nickels.
Okay, that's a good one.
No.
And
If I
Scott,
got a tip for somebody, it's all these guys that are flying and spending all these hours in the air. Look for your local search and rescue groups and try to get yourself involved because it means a whole lot, and it demonstrates to the world that drone guys are good dudes.
Hey, Paul, a question was asked earlier in the stream. They wanted to know if you charged anything when you were doing some of your search and rescues for animals and things like that.
If I started it,
No, if you charge anything, any money.
no, absolutely not. No, that's all volunteer. And if anybody wants me to look for an animal out here, or child, or whatever, a dog, whatever, doesn't matter to me. If somebody's lost a creature or a person, it means a lot to me to help them out.
very
No
nice,
charge.
very nice.
Steve's
And
got a
Scott,
good tip. Steve's got a good
Scott,
tip.
do
Make
you?
sure you bring your drone. He said he
Yeah,
left
that's a
his.
good one too. Yeah, exactly. But Scott, do you have a tip? I'm reviewing the numbers, guys. I know you're way ahead of me, putting in your numbers for the $10 Amazon gift card month away. But go ahead, Scott. Do you have a tip for the
My
viewers?
tip is look at the sites where you're at and take note of what's around you, like if there's power lines or something like that when you're flying, because it's so
Yep.
easy to hit something if you don't take a little bit of time to look around and see where you're flying.
Yeah, that's a good tip. No doubt
Good
about
tip.
it. You know. But anyway, guys, I did not see the lucky number, so I'll give a hint. It's between 15 and 25. So, and you guys are eligible. You don't know what it is. You guys are eligible. Up, I do see it. I do see it. Somebody got it. And I think Jerry Bauer was the first one to get number 24. So Jerry, your name is going to go in the hat for the monthly giveaway.
Congratulations, Jerry.
Hey, Paul, I just posted your link in the chat. You did it in the private chat, and I just put it in the public chat.
All right, going right in the hat. There you go, Jerry. So, but anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I truly appreciate it. Um, and I know Paul and Scott also appreciate it. But now, Paul, it's time to say your goodbyes and anything you'd like to promote, like your channel.
Well, I just, tell those guys if they're looking for a good tablet, go to www.eagleviewAerials.com and pick up a V71 Pro or an X71. Both good tablets, do everything you want, just a small computer in a pocket. And
Very, very nice. And I got to say,
I love working with the volunteer programs. Guys, spread the word.
thank you so much for becoming a sponsor of the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. It's going to make one lucky giveaway prize winner very happy. So thank you, Paul, really.
Yes, sir.
And Scott, now it's time for you to say your goodbyes and anything you'd like to promote.
Oh, well, I'd like to let Paul know that we really, really do appreciate him making that donation. When we go to the meetup, it's not necessarily about winning prizes and stuff. It's really about meeting each other. But I mean, hey, to go home with a nice tablet, that's a win again. So really thank you for making that donation. And then my shameless plug is, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I actually have a show on Monday night. I'm actually in Ray Kelly's old spot. That's where he used to be. And but it's not about anything. It's just a house of chaos. And just like to come have fun, cut up with everybody. So Monday night at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
You got a great live stream going, no doubt about it. I look forward to it, and I love the name, House of Chaos. But Scotty, we appreciate your donation of the posters. That's for sure. They really add a lot to the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I am honored to be included on that poster. So thank you for that, and I got to say thank you for to both of you from the entire South Florida Drone Meetup Committee. We truly appreciate your sponsorships.
Well,
So listen, guys, get out there and fly. And like Johnny and I say, fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. And have a good night, everybody.